Bitch, I'm so upset right now I could spit, and I don't can you. I did this Camp Getaway review 11 o'clock this morning, right after I did my Insecure video. And for whatever reason, it just will not export. I don't know why. I tried everything. I tried shutting my laptop down, doing it all over again. Girl, I'm about to get me a new camcorder. You know what I'm saying, and all that good stuff. So I just don't have to worry about doing this on my laptop again. Like, just being completely honest with you, girl. I'm so glad I saved my notes, but I did an almost 16-minute video. Now I got to redo all of that again. Y'all already know what to do, so I ain't even gonna get into all of that, girl. Wait a minute. Gotta sit here and redo this whole damn video again. I got to have me a drink. I'm sorry, y'all. Wait a minute. This frustration interlude was brought to you all by Seagram's extra dry gin that I done had down in my wine cellar about 5-6 years now, and Fanta orange soda. Now, it's another damn Friday down to this place, and they finally done kicked out all of the greedy ass crumb snatchers and to usher in all of the adults. Neely, Now, Glenn, Gavin, and Randall meet up at the bus that's coming up to the camp, and they also meet up with this matchmaker named Aaron, and Aaron is the one who is going to have this little single ready to mingle weekend with other guests, and I was all here for that because it's something new. So when they get there, Adam calls Sophia on FaceTime, and she says when they get back to New York, they're going to go out on a date. Jesus, please be a backbone, some sense, and confidence for Sophia. Because my whole thing about you, Sophia, is this. The fact that you don't know the difference between a lay and real lifetime expectations, you're always going to be in the predicament that you done found yourself in with men, and that's just as honest as I can put it. Like, I'm already upset, so I'm just going to give it to you real. Okay? I want Jesus to be a backbone, some sense, and some confidence for you. That's going to be my prayer for you, daughter. Randall says that after Adam, she just wants to concentrate on herself and her job. That's the best thing that you can do for yourself, Randall. I'm so glad you already know that you cannot turn a thought bop into a house husband. So I'm so glad you know that. Continue doing you. Focus on you. Worry about you. Don't let nobody make you feel bad about still being 30 and single. There's nothing wrong with that. You have the rest of your life to get married and to have kids. If all you want to worry about is you right now, that is just fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't allow nobody, including your really cute parents, make you feel less than or you're inadequate because you're 30 and you're not married or at least in a stable relationship. Girl, quiet as it's kept, these days love is for suckers, and you're only marrying somebody to reap the benefits of it. You can learn to love somebody later, okay? Now, old lady sitting under the tree told me that, and I was all here for it. Moving right on along. So a guy that Neely has a crush on named Adam, he was here for the first week, and now he's come back now, and she seems to be really, really smitten by him, which I thought was really cute. Neely, that is the kind of guy that I see for a Miss Vermont. Not that broke down, Barney Rubble looking ass man that you forced yourself to try to do something with, that we got to see you with, which was it, the last week or the week before last? I won't hear for Trip. Trip ain't never did nothing to me, and I'm sure he's a nice guy. But as far as dating wise, girl, I know you fucking lying to me. So I'm really glad that we got to see Adam. Adam is really handsome. I love his big. I think it was like a little red hair too, a little curly top, whatever you want to call it, a little Chucky Fenster. Girl, quiet as it's kept. I was all here for it. Anyway, so while setting up for a private bonfire mixer in David's backyard, Sophia and Randall have a small but awkward conversation, asking her about how she felt that that Adam wasn't here this weekend. This whole this whole episode was nothing but now trying to make something out of nothing with Monica, and everybody asking Sophia how she feels about Adam not being there. Like, I really wish that we could have found something else to talk about and go in on than that, because I just won't here for that. Moving right on along. Aaron tells Randall the secret to finding somebody is karma. What goes around comes around, and that's actually very much so true. That's very much so true. What comes around goes around. What you do is what you gonna get back. You reap what you sow. All that good stuff. That is absolutely correct. And I was all here for that, because it took me a minute to think about that. But then once I thought about it and then I looked at it for what it was, I said, you know what? Erin speaks with a lot of sense, and I think she's in the right profession. Gavin makes out with some girl at the party who had no ass, no titties, no hips, no thunder thighs. Gavin, I'm going to get to you in a minute. So Saturday's festivities are dance rehearsal at 8:30 for Glenn, Gavin, Monica, and Sophia. Yoga was pushed back to its regular time at 10. And Schwitz and Schmooze was at 12 p.m. And everybody needs to be there. And there were 2 people to a mat. David shares what happened with Adam to the group and why he isn't there this weekend. I don't feel like there was anything wrong with him letting them know, listen, this is my judge. Okay, and so long as you're in my judge, you're going to do what the hell I tell you to do. And if you don't like it, you can carry your ass. That's basically what he said. He said, don't let what happened to Adam happen to y'all. And I was all here for David for that. Shout out to David. I really enjoyed David. I like David a lot. I feel like what David has is a gold mine. And I really hope this show pushes his product, his brand, and his business even more, because it looks a lot of damn fun. I would love to spend a weekend, me and the rest of the Just Us League and my 2 besties. I would love for all of us to just get a little bus and just go up there for the weekend and have a grandiose old time. Gavin, you was killing that damn dance, and I was all here for it, and I'm glad to know that you can dance, because you know what they say about dudes that dance. Anyway, Monica talks to Neely about how things was left off between them. She felt like she hurt her feelings. Now comes over there while they were talking, and now gets into his feelings about her saying, bitch, ain't nobody called you over here. Do you mind if we have a personal powwow, a personal conversation, a personal ponderosas? Thank you. Like, now see, that's how I would have said it. But that's not the way Monica said it. Monica said, well, me and her were having a little private discussion, a little private conversation. Like, do you mind letting us do this for a second? And then we'll holler at you after this. Thank you. That's all that girl said. You the one who took it from here to here, and from here to here. And see, the sad part about it is, now, when I first saw a picture of you, I always said you looked like you had a touch of downs. But see, I just didn't know on what part of the spectrum you was on. Whether you had a little bit, moderate to severe. And at this instance, I'm going to do you justice. I'm going to give you was a little bit with a touch of downs. Because for you to take that and spin that to she has an ego, and we gonna get to it in a minute. We gonna get, because I'm gonna really give it to you at the end of this. Don't even worry about it. Hold on to your love. So now in Neely talk, now says that he thinks it's an ego thing, what I just said, and then he brought up the Adam situation, what had absolutely not a damn thing to do with this situation here. And Neely says that sometimes she feels a little belittled by her. Neely, here's where I'm going to give you a little bit. Because it's really fugazi that you could sit up amongst now and tell him that, but when you were sitting in this woman's face, you didn't say that. You're like, oh no, that wasn't what it is. It's all good. This, that, and this, blah, 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 blah. Had nothing to say. You mute, deaf tone. But then once you get amongst now all of a sudden you feel belittled. You feel like she has to have the last word. This, that, and this. And the sad part about it is, Neely, there's nothing about Monica that makes me feel like had you told her how you really feel, she would have hauled off and kicked off in your ass. I believe how you told Monica how you felt, she would have been receptive to it and said, you know what, sis? I get that a lot because I'm a psychiatrist, but I honestly don't mean no harm. I'm really here for you, and if that's how you feel, I apologize. That's honestly what I felt like you would have gotten had you been a woman and told this woman how you felt. But you want to sit up and talk to rickety ass now. Girl, bye. Like, Neely, Neely, I was mad at you this episode. I ain't gonna lie. I still love you down, but I was mad at you during this episode. I was. So everybody keeps asking Sophia about how she feels about Adam not being there. Sophia hopes that Randall doesn't have a problem with her over Adam. Girl, she ain't got no problem with you. Her real beef is with Adam, and I could understand why. If I was Randall, I would have had an issue with him too, and I would be completely surprised that you would still even want to be dealing with him. But see, that's where Jesus be a backbone, some sense, and some confidence comes in at. So Aaron wants Randall to talk to Gavin for her about hanging out when they get back to the city. He says that Aaron is cute, but he's more into tall women. Gavin, I'm going to read that statement a little bit later. But it was funny to me how the matchmaker asked somebody else to put in a good word for her, for Gavin. Like, that was completely funny to me. Like, that, I was weak at that. Randall and Sophia have a conversation about Adam. I'm going to tell y'all something. This conversation was much needed. And yet again, this is why I still say Jesus be some sense, confidence, and a backbone for Sophia. Because Sophia was like, oh, well, he told me that, he really felt bad for that he really cares about you because you was going through a lot. And that's just how he is with people that he really cares about. And this what Randall got her. Randall said, oh, so he always lay up in the bed and cuddle with the women that he feels bad for and that he cares about and about their situations and And then Neely turned around while she was doing her hair and said, bitch, I know you lying to me because I can't get with that. Then Sophia got all in her bag in the confessionals talking about everybody just needs to mind their own business and just accept the fact that Adam chose her. And you got that, sis. You got that. Please let us know how that turns out for you. Please let us know how that turns out for you. Anyway. So when now I was telling Glenn down to the party about what happened between he and Monica, Glenn felt the same way we all felt, which is I'm confused as to why you're in your bag right now. I'm confused as to why you're making something out of nothing. I'm confused as to why you're turning a mountain into a molehill. Like, he's just confused. He was all the way confused. And the sad part about it was he told the story all wrong. And Glenn was still confused as to why he feels the need to turn this into a big thing. Which is why I said when I went to middle school, when I went to elementary school, middle school, high school, and then college, I was always taught that 1 + 1 = 1. 1 + 1 = 2. Lord, you got me fucking up. That 1 + 1 = 2. But because you got a little touch of downs, I'm more than sure while you was in school, 1 plus 1 equal 24,614 to you. Anyhow, Lord Jesus. Hold on, I'm trying to get my notes. Anyway, Aaron, I don't know if it was Aaron or not, but the girl with no ass, no titties, no thunder thighs, no nothing, was dancing all up on Gavin, and in the middle of the night, Gavin goes to her cabin. Gavin, let me tell you something. What I don't want you to do is play into this mantra that everybody seems to be playing into, which is when you have the token black guy amongst a core group of white, Caucasian people. Let me be honest. Let me be politically correct. In a group of Caucasian people, you just have to go with the Caucasian people. Like that, listen. Y'all can call me what y'all want, but I root for anybody that's black. You understand me? And I hate that the premise has to be set where if it's this core group of people, it just has to be he has to go with the opposite race. Like I listen, that young lady ain't did nothing to me. I'm more than sure she is a really nice girl. But the fact that she had no ass, no titties, no thighs, girl, probably no personality. She damn sure ain't had no moves. Like, it's just hard for me to believe it, Gavin. I'm just going to be real. It's hard for me to believe it, but I'm not going to give you much. Because I like you a lot, Gavin, despite the fact that some of my core people, some of my friends from the Just Us League really don't think you're all that like I think you are. But I think you are absolutely handsome. You're very smart. You're articulate. You have a lot of fun. You know how to engage other people. You know how to be in a set amongst other people and still have fun. Don't let nobody feel left out. The way you interact with Glenn, you're not on this masculine male toxicity thing that a lot of us black males are on right now. Like, I love that about you, Gavin. I love that about you. I just don't want you to buy or play into that. That's what I don't want you to do. Now, if that's just what you into, that's what you into. I mean, girl, listen, I guess I ain't got no shot because I got ass, titties, thighs, thunder thighs, and I can make my feet go touch the back of my head. So, you know, without complaining. But, you know, to each his own. So, now let's talk to Monica, and that was the end of this. And this whole thing was just completely stupid to me. Like, Monica couldn't even get a word in edgewise because he was just completely refusing to let her talk, to let her say anything. And I hate when people do that. Don't come to me and tell me that you want to talk, but you're the only one that gets to talk. You're the only one that gets to say something. You could sit up and try to run down on her about what she so-called did, which I'm still confused as to what she did, and you're not even giving her the chance to talk or to defend herself. And you sounded completely stupid. You sounded idiotic. You sounded very trifling. And I'm sorry. The reasons that you have for feeling the way you feel were completely invalid. But whatever she felt about you, you proved as to why she felt it. And you need to go and find you a damn life somewhere. Because, see, you tap dancing on my nerve now. You tap dancing on my nerve. And you new to my channel. And when somebody tap dances on my nerve, I go in and I let have. I gave you a chance. But you really starting to, you pushing me. Now, you pushing me. Stop pushing me. Stop antagonizing me. Stop antagonizing me. But y'all, that's all I got. I ain't got no more to give you. Y'all drop down and y'all let me know how y'all felt about last night's episode. It was, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I'm just going to be honest. It was, you know, but I was with it nonetheless. Continue to support the show. Continue to support the people on the show. And I'm going to holler at y'all later. Hopefully, this uploads. Because if it don't, you just won't be hearing from me about this none at all this week. I'm letting y'all know that now. Bye.